Hey guys! In another video, I showed you how to transfer motion from other videos. In this video, I want to show you how to guide the motion path of objects using lines or paths. For this, we are going to use a LoRa called IC-LoRa Motion Track Control. So, let's get started. The download link for the IC-LoRa Motion Track Control is available in the description. So, open that link and you will see a page like this. To download the LoRa, click on Files and Versions. In here is the LoRa named as LTX 2.3 22B IC-LoRa Motion Track Control Ref 0.5.safe tensors. Use the download button to get the LoRa and put it inside the LoRa's folder of ComfyUI. And we are also going to use another LoRa called VBVR, which will add more improvements to the video generation. The download link for this LoRa is also available in the description. The LoRa we will be using is this. VBVR Official ComfyUI.safe tensors. Download the LoRa and put it inside the LoRa's folder of ComfyUI. Now, let's switch to ComfyUI. So, I already made a workflow which you can get from the description. This workflow has some similarities with my other workflows made for LTX 2.3. Let's take a look only at the things we need to know to start using the workflow. Here, we have the IC-LoRa Loader Model Only node for loading the IC-LoRa Motion Track Control. The strength I will be using is 1.0. Then, for loading the VBVR LoRa, we will be using the Load LoRa node with a strength value of 1.0. Then, we have the Load Image node for loading the image that we are going to animate. Here is what I am going to do with the image. I am going to make his right hand move along a path I draw. In the positive prompt, I wrote a short prompt to show you how well the model animates an object along a path. For drawing the path or lines, we need to go to the group called Set Motion Track. In this group, we have this node called LTX Sparse Track Editor for drawing paths, or we can call them tracks. If you're not seeing any image in this node, just click on this small play button. Now, let's start drawing paths or tracks. I want his right hand to move along a path. Let's move the cursor there, right-click, and then click on the new spline option. Here we have the spline. We need to put the 0 over the object we are going to animate. Then, let's move point 1 to here. This is how it goes. The hand will move along this green line. We can add another point to the chest. Now the hand will start moving along the green line and stop there. If we want the hand to come back, we can add more points. Let's add a third point, then a fourth point. Now, if we want some parts of the image to stay in the same position, we can add static spline points. For example, if I want to keep his left hand in a static position, I will move the cursor over it, right-click, and click on the new static spline option. Let's add one more. Here we go. Now we are ready. Let's start the generation and see the result. The generation is finished and the result is good. As you can see here, his right hand is moving the dumbbell. Meanwhile, his left hand is in a static position. It's not perfectly static, as it does have some minor movements. Also, the dumbbell movement is good, but there are some distortions happening with the dumbbell. Overall, I do like how his muscles are moving. Now let's try another one. For example, I want a car to float in the air. For that, let's load another image. Let's choose this car image. We are going to make the car float in the air. First, let's write a short prompt. The car starts floating in the air. Then, let's go to the Set Motion Track group. First, let's delete all of these splines. One point still remains, which cannot be deleted. Now, let's click on the play button. Now the LTX Sparse Track Editor is ready. Now, let's start drawing the path. Let's move the static spline to another part of the image, then add another static spline. Now let's add a spline over the car. Let's put the 0 over the car, then move point 1 to here. Then let's add another point and make some adjustments. Then let's add another point between 1 and 2, which is easy, just right-click and click on Subdivide Nearest Segment. So, according to the spline, the car will move up and float forward. Let's run the workflow and see what the result is going to look like. The generation is completed. Let's take a look at the result. As you can see, the car starts floating in the air. I really love the physics, like how the wheels hang down as the car gets lifted. So guys, I showed you 2 examples. You can try more, so try my workflow and see the result for yourself. Thanks for watching. See you soon with another video, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel.